3-11 New England Patriots could be considered a trap game for the Buffalo Bills, but this defensive line sees it as an opportunity. And the reason why I have my eyes on the Patriots' offensive line versus their defensive line, it's because statistically their defensive line has been absolutely horrible at containing quarterbacks and getting pressure on quarterbacks, which is definitely not a good recipe to win against the Buffalo Bills. But they rank 23rd in points allowed, 21st in yards allowed, and their defensive line is extremely weak up front. They rank 29th in quarterback pressures and 28th in sack percentage rate. The New England Patriots depth chart and offensive line has 2 people injured on their offensive line. Now, I did check the injury report for the New England Patriots, and both on Thursday were limited participants. You see here that some players did not participate in practice, likely signaling on a Thursday practice that they're not going to be available for this game. So seeing that Lowe and Strange both practice on a limited basis, I think they are going to be a go for the Buffalo Bills. But you never know. Maybe we will get into the depth of this team, and we need to study these offensive line players here to see the matchup. The first clue that we can get as to how an offensive line is doing throughout a season is the total amount of sacks that quarterback is taking. So we come down to Drake May, who is 18th in the NFL this year with 27 total sacks. And, so 18th in the NFL could mean that their offensive line is the 18th best in pass protection. The other factor we have to take in mind here is the total team's passing percentage. Are they passing the ball a lot and maybe that's why they're getting so many sacks? Are they running it a lot and still getting a lot of sacks, meaning their offensive line is that much worse? So we can clearly see here that the New England Patriots are passing the 16th most in the NFL at 56.94%. And again, the 3-11 Patriots likely down in games by more than one possession, forcing them to pass. So to me, seeing a 56% pass percentage during a season in which they were down mostly in games shows me that they still are committed to running the football. And, I think the New England Patriots are still trying to have a well-balanced attack. New England Patriots, so far, their total rushing yards rank 19th in the NFL. So nothing to be that proud of here, but 1,670 total rushing yards so far this season. And the Buffalo Bills have had 18 and 31. So Bills have only accumulated about 200 more rushing yards than the New England Patriots so far this season. And to me, this shows that the New England Patriots really have been committed to running the football, but because they've been down in games, their passing percentage has statistically gone up. This presents a great opportunity for this Buffalo Bills defensive line to get after the New England Patriots offensive line, especially with 2 players that are clearly not 100% and practicing on a limited basis. So I want to take a look at these players and some of the matchups and how we could ultimately exploit them. Their starting center, Ben Brown, is actually ranked 60 overall and really going to be going against Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, Daquan Jones. Everyone wanting to see more out of Ed Oliver going against Ben Brown, who is 6'5", 313 pounds. We all know Ed Oliver is a little bit smaller, he's quicker, he's agile. I think Ed Oliver is going to be having a big time day here for Bills Mafia. Demontre Jacobs at the right tackle spot is 6'6", 315 pounds. We all know Greg Rousseau, AJ Epinesa, both longer defensive ends that really utilize their length to beat opposing players. So seeing that Demontre Jacobs is so long, I think a guy that Von Miller, who can play both sides on the defensive line, going against a Demontre Jacobs with the bend getting low, I think Von Miller would have a great matchup here. Our left tackle, Lowe, we would say that he is going to play this game, but again, if he doesn't, they do have Demontre Jacobs in a backup spot too low on the other side, and then that would bring in Nawanu, who is a pretty decent right tackle, to right tackle if Demontre has to fill in for Lowe at the left tackle spot. But if we assume that Lowe is going to play. He is 6'5", 315 pounds. We could check out the rating here for Lowe, who is 67 overall. So far, all the players starting on this offensive line are all rated below 70. The strength of the New England Patriots offensive line comes from both their guards. Mike Iwanu is actually the highest rated at 80 overall. You can see Cole Strange, who was banged up and practicing on a limited basis this week, is 75 overall. But when we take a look at their overall size, 6'3", 350, I mean, that is a big, slow, luggish offensive lineman. I think Ed Oliver has a great opportunity to utilize his speed against Mike Iwanu. Also, Cole Strange, when you take a look at it, he's 6'5", 310 pounds. You know, Ed Oliver, I think, has an opportunity here, especially going against someone that's questionable, not 100%, could really have another big-time game for the Buffalo Bills. And when you look at the New England Patriots' depth here, take notice of Demontre Jacobs starting at right tackle but being backed up by Mike Iwanu. So if there is an injury to Demontre Jacobs, you know, they're going to have to shuffle players around and call up a Landon Robinson. But Demontre Jacobs, Ben Brown, and veteran Lowe is just very, very poor overall rated players. And I think the Buffalo Bills defensive line could really, really exploit this. I mean, we've been talking about it in Bills Mafia, wanting more, expecting more out of this defensive line for the Buffalo Bills. And I think this game presents the perfect opportunity. So you look at it, the Buffalo Bills sitting on top of the AFC East. You know, we're still fighting for the number 1 seed in the AFC, but this game is still meaningful and should be meaningful to this Buffalo Bills defensive line. The New England Patriots offensive line isn't the worst in the NFL by any means, but if we want to be a dominant force, if we want to impose fear on opposing teams, we should be able to come out and dominate the New England Patriots offensive line. When you see 3 players rated below 70 and just the size versus us and some of the skill sets that we have on this team, I think the Buffalo Bills should easily be able to exploit that. And I think we will be able to exploit that with just our front four. And in my previous videos, we discussed Bobby Babich blitzing one of the least in the NFL compared to Sean McDermott in 2023, who blitzed the most. So knowing that we're really relying on this front four to get after opposing teams, and we know that this defensive line for the Buffalo Bills is likely going to get after the New England Patriots off quarterback Drake May, I believe the Buffalo Bills are definitely going to be able to dominate this game. And on that side note of them not being able to do anything defensively this year, being one of the worst, the top 3 worst teams in the NFL at sacking quarterbacks, and we have the most prolific quarterback the NFL has ever seen running and passing it in Josh Allen. So I really believe the Buffalo Bills are going to come out and dominate this game. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the links in the description and hit like and subscribe. We have the Buffalo Bills chicken wing merch. We have free shipping right now. Different sizes, hoodies, colors. Check it out. Sizes small all the way up to 5XL. There's a new Zumba style one too. We also have a nice dad shirt for Christmas or the holiday gift. So make sure you guys check it out. Buffalo Fan Shop Etsy store, link down below. Free shipping, sizes small all the way up to 5XL. Also, you guys are making use of SeatGeek.com and using promo code BNC. If you're looking to go to the game this weekend, go to SeatGeek.com, maybe the day before the game, purchase your tickets, and at checkout, use promo code BNC, and you'll get $20 off. Definitely utilize that code. We've had a lot of people utilizing that code. Also, the shirts, we've had 57 sales so far. In 5-star reviews, every single one of them. I picked the highest quality material. It's machine washable. Really, really nice. But I appreciate you all so much. I think this Buffalo Bills defensive line has an opportunity to redeem themselves in the eyes of Bills Mafia and smash and stomp out the New England Patriots, Drake May, and just smother their offense. Could very well be a shutout this game. But I appreciate you. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.